will be the ones in.
Nikki Wagner.
Tēnā koutou, Mr Speaker. Tēnā tātou te whare. Mr Speaker, I'm really interested in young people, and at a recent motivation I heard the principle of be, do, get. And the principle behind that is the idea that intrinsically you're worth value, but unless you do, you don't get the results that you deserve. And the national government understands that all too well. Contrary to what Mr Cosgrove said, we're an intelligent government and we're working hard and we're action-packed. And you'll hear from my other colleagues the activities that we're involved in. But what we understand that it's okay to be the government, but you have to do if you want to get the future that New Zealanders need, want and deserve. Now, as the MP for Christchurch Central, the most important commitment to me for this government is made is to support the rebuild and the recovery of Christchurch and Canterbury. And this government is 100% behind that. Now, those of you who have visited Canterbury or Christchurch will know that we are totally focused on the earthquake recovery. In fact, I don't know what we did or what we talked about before the earthquakes. We worked together really well to manage the disaster, and we're working together well to manage the recovery. But things are still tough. There are still difficult, challenging issues out there, but we are making progress. We're focusing on fixing homes because we want everybody safe and warm. We've worked on resettling people who had totally damaged properties. And of the 5,000 of the 7,000-ish that have been in the red zone have now signed their documents and are ready to move on. We've also repaired 20,000 houses. That's a little bit bigger than the size of Timaru. There's still 30,000 houses in that process, but we've also put accommodation villages there so people can move out of their houses, move into that accommodation, and then back into their houses when they're finished. And the good news is that the EQR, that's the earthquake recovery people, are telling us that they're completing 100 a day. We're getting very good at demolition. We've demolished about 1,200 commercial buildings in the centre city with another 200 to go. And that might sound negative, but in actual fact it's really positive. You can't rebuild until those buildings are down. And we're rebuilding fast as well. The stadium was up in 100 days. The new outpatients at Christchurch Hospital was up in 150 days. And our new library has just opened this week. So we're trying to fix communities. It's actually horrifying the number of public and community buildings that are being repaired or coming down. We're also fixing infrastructure, the roads, the pipes, the sewers, things that you can't see too much, but things that are incredibly important. And I have some stats here, Mr Speaker. 41,000 square metres of roading, 1,500 kilometres of water network assessed and 45 kilometres repaired. And overall, there's 200 projects going on in Christchurch worth over $920 million. So if you get the feeling that there is roadworks going on in every street in town, you're probably right. But it's not just about building infrastructure that's important. We also need to focus on the health and well-being of Cantabrians. And I really want to congratulate the health professionals in Christchurch, who under very difficult circumstances with really broken facilities have delivered first-class health. And what's more, they're now dealing with the normal winter ills in the city as well. And in terms of well-being, I think Cantabrians are amazing. They're resilient, they're positive, and they're working hard to rebuild our city. Our economy is growing, new businesses and old businesses reopening every day, employment is down, that people are actually moving to Christchurch to be part of the rebuilding. We're very pleased with the local plans that are underway, and we're looking forward to the Central Christchurch Blueprint, which will be announced next Monday. And I have absolutely no doubt that Cantabrians can and will rebuild a better, stronger, more environmentally friendly and beautiful city. Thank you, Mr Speaker.
The Honourable Marion Street.